This playthrough is rated M for mature. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Quan, I've come to bargain. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with the finale of Shadowrun Hong Kong. In the last episode, we entered the Kowloon walled city, got a little bit further, dealt with some of the crazy civvies as well as the Sang officers, got a drop on some people, and found out the demons are amongst us. So now it's time to deal with the Fortune Engine, and hopefully we can shut this thing down before the Yama King appears. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? The door has been sealed. Looks like it's been shut for quite a while. Gotta be some way to get this door open. Well, where is it? What do we do to get this thing? Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. All right. The terminal winks to life at your approach. It's still drawing power. Promising. His gaze traces across the screen. This terminal isn't password locked. The display looks corrupted, but I suppose that it might still be usable. As long as we can open the door with it, we're good. We don't need it for anything else. Let's find out. Tech Mechanical Services, it's speaking elite speak. Special Projects Division, IFE, WXLF NNX 2302F2VF31. Prosperity Administration, 1. Open Testbed DZOR, 0. ZC 135345 at XV, Z QQ V1 RRP WD3R. Alright, and this is it. This is the final choice to make sure everything's set to go before you choose this option. Here goes nothing. You select the door controls with the computer's menu and command them to open. The screen flickers, then goes dark. Unfortunate. Perhaps the issue is mechanical. I can take a look. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a wave of nausea grabs you by the guts and twists. It doubles you over, then fades. Duncan turns to face you, wincing. What was... As you straighten, you can feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up straight. A buzzing sensation washes over you, drowning out your companion's words and filling your head with white, warm static. In the center of the room, something blossoms into the world. Holy crap, she's huge. The figure from your dreams looms over you, enormous and alien. The creature is beautiful and terrifying in equal measure. A thing of billowing silk and carved ivory. Quan stands, still as a statue, peering down at you from behind a mask of sculpted gold. Smaller spirits take up positions around her, bowing their heads in deference. Duncan stares up at the enormous being, and the color drains from his cheeks. Fuck me, it's really here! That thing from our dreams! That's a lot bigger than I expected. Slowly, with a broad, languid motion, Quan Ya's body begins to shift. The crescent-shaped ivory horns that crown her head cut through the light as she moves, casting strange shadows on the wall behind her. You are here. The voice that pours from the thing's mask is indescribably beautiful. The tones are high and musical, and seem to hang in the air long after she finishes speaking. You have come to us. In the corner of the room, servitor creatures echo their queen's words, the garbled sound piping through gapes in their enameled-lined carapaces. Come to us. We called to you here across the breadth of space and time, and now you are here, standing before us, just as you are meant to be. What'd you call to me? What do you want? We call to all who will listen. Her voice is joyous, triumphant. All are welcome to our court. All, one of us for the greater good. All are welcome. You are all welcome in our larder. The Yama King spreads its arms, its movement full of malevolent grace. You belong here, slave thing, with us now and for all time. I'm not your slave. In fact, I'm here to make a deal with you. The hell did you just say? The queen with 1,000 teeth lowers her head contemplatively. Her incandescent veil ripples like silk as she moves. Such a thing could be arranged, perhaps, if you were worthy. How do I prove myself worthy? Your part is simple. The musical tones of the Yama King's voice are high-pitched and giddy. You need only endure. It opens its arms to you, offering a view of the chisel-like teeth that protrude from its flesh. Saliva glint on bone, white enamel. All around you, the gibbering of the queen's servitors grows to a fever pitch. Raptor stares up at the creature, his jaw hanging open in awe. Magnificent! Absolutely magnificent! The queen with 1,000 teeth lowers her head, and the natural thick air turns rank and cold. Waves of nausea rack your stomach as a foul wind slides over you like mud. You will be tested, meat. If you are found wanting, we will rip your nerves out to the root and gouge ourselves on your flesh. A musical voice builds to a towering crescendo that crashes into you like a sledgehammer. Prove to yourself to us, meat. Prove yourself or serve us forever. I'll serve you forever. For boss time against Quan herself. Well, sort of. But, if you made the decisions I made... Oh, sorry there was a little cut there. I had a graphical issue. So if you want to make, basically from what I've learned over the course of the game, you want to make a deal with her if you want to get the best ending. Now I don't know if you have to do it at that part or not, but I like choosing it just to make sure. So now during this section, we had to fight the Yama Queen herself. Well, I guess still Yama King. I say Yama Queen. However, she's got 120 HP, crit option at 26, and she's out in the open. However, because of these flame things here, we can't do anything to her despite being able to hit her. What we need to do is take out our minions and take out these candles, as you can see here. So there's 4 of these candles, and before we can do anything to her, we need to take out these things. So you want to use your turns to basically go straight for the candles. If you have Gobbet with you, she makes this a little bit easier because she has the haste ability to give someone a chance to go towards these candles. Having Raptor and Koshe with you is also good because you can cast Overclock on Koshe and give him 5 AP, so that would get him a chance to get to one of these flames within a turn. So you want to try to do this as fast as you can. That way you're not losing your resources trying to fight this thing. So first thing, we need to put everyone into some type of cover so we're not out in the open. I mean, we're out in the open to an extent, but okay, let's see. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Let's probably have Raptor go here, because that might be the farthest. Okay, let me stuff this one out myself. Can I do it from the square? Well, doesn't matter, I guess. Alright, let me snuff this one out. Okay, and then I'll use a turn to attack one of these things. Oh yeah, I forgot you were there, so let me hit you with the fireball. And get some damage onto you. Now let's snuff out this fire with Duncan. Go ahead and keep blasting these guys. Let's see if we can keep hitting that guy. Nice. I wouldn't be able to get overclock if I move down here, though. That's the problem. Okay, let's move over here. Summon Koshe. Or activate Koshe. And then use overclock on him. Because Koshe can actually snuff flames, too. Yeah, I gotta use all the AP to get over there. Yeah, there's a demon hiding over there too, so. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get over there. Yeah, since I don't have Gobbet, I can't really take advantage of that. So, let me change my stance. Yeah, let's change it to metal stance. Oh well, his AP's down anyway, so. Ow. Ow. Yeah, we're trying to survive this encounter by turning out all the flames and killing all the demons. Ow. Oof. Yeah, this fight can hurt. Okay, Duncan, let's see, can you get over there? Yeah, we'll have you snuff out the flame. Alright, flames are down, so now we just need to finish off our targets. So let's see, cast this on you. Let's see, can I heal you, Raptor? Yeah. Should we cast a Siphon on you? Give my some heal. All right. Let's see. He didn't really take any damage, so let's just go Heaven Stance on this guy. Raptor. Let's see. Now let's try blast him. Nice. Excellent. There goes that guy. Yeah, Koschei can handle a lot of that stuff by himself. Might want to get a... Yeah, mine was... Well, no, everyone's kind of gone, but... So can I hit you with the gun? Yeah, but not very well. Maybe we could try. Hey, alright, I'll take it. Awesome. And there's Quan doing whatever she's doing. Oh, nice. And yeah, there's a couple spots for summoning if you want Gobbet to summon, so that's why she's... I mean, the really... Oh! Yeah, he got hit with a claw, which took out all his AP and took a ton of damage. Youch. Alright. Well, that's not good. But, you know, nothing we can do about that. Okay, let's see how we want to do this. Yeah, I'm going to just have to use Koschei's turn to just, like, move all the way back here. Now, let's see. Yeah, let's try to get... do some damage to you. Might just have Duncan try to finish him off if I can. That way you can assist him. I almost finished him off. Nice. Alright. Cool. Alright, now we just need to finish. Always finish off the minions first. Let's see, you have some heals, but you do have a way to heal yourself. So I don't think I can hit him from there, can I? Well, I could try. Now I said Raptor's kind of like a supplementary extra guy. He's not really as useful as Koschei is, to tell you the truth. Now let's just hit Quan. I don't. Well, with my 50%, so. Ow. Yeah, unfortunately, let's see. Let's go ahead and get you regenerated. Try to get that HP back up. Let's see. Yeah, let's just attack you. Yeah, probably your melee guys probably aren't the best guys to really use for this encounter, to tell you the truth, but just overall. But I think any I think any type is viable. It's just, you know. Yeah, let's hit chain lightning and see if we can get it to bounce onto Quan. That's damage. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I think she's immune to AP reduction or whatever. So let's see. I mean, I could heal him of his 6 wounds. That's something. Yeah, let's heal Duncan. Raptor, can you possibly hit? Yeah, I didn't think so. I wonder if I can get Koschei to... Oh, that was a bad move. Oh my god, come on. Okay. We'll have to do something else. We'll have to have Duncan try to hit him. That wouldn't do anything anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, you do have to do a decent amount of damage to her because of her 10 HP regeneration. But a good deal of time, she's just got to run around and... I don't know if it's like her AI or something like that, but sometimes, yeah, she won't do anything. She'll just kind of, like, run back and forth. Oh, yeah, probably should put myself back in the cover. Nice. Oh, right. Gotta switch it to that. Alright. Let's see. Oh, yeah. If I can get Koschei over there. Here the hit's pretty good. Nice. That's it. We beat her, right? As you watch, Quan Ya's blast mark and broken body begins to reform. Her gown knits itself back together, black blood wicking onto the floor. Slowly, terribly, she begins to laugh. You cannot kill us, meat. You have not even seen us. Her voice fills with mockery. This form is but a shadow, a droplet of divine essence, and filtered through a keyhole. Gaichu's milky eyes sweep across the room. His lip curls into a frown. She speaks the truth, out of fashion. That crumpled thing is not Quan Ya, any more than that servitor's spirits are. They are all small fragments of a single whole. The corpse eater sees. He glimpses us as we really are. Were you to behold our full magnificence, your mind would bring itself into pulp. The crumpled form of Quan Ya rights itself, begins to rise. You will see, slave thing. We will show you a world not meant for mortal eyes. You will see. All right, buddy. Who's up for round 2? Yeah, pretty much. So. Oh. Dang it. No. This is supposed to happen. So, all right. Wait. Okay. Where is everyone? What the? What happened here? What's going on here? Well, it looks like our allies were summoned to another dimension or something like that here. So, yeah, kind of a strange occurrence. So what do we got here? We got Quan Ya this time. Wow, she really let herself go. And we got a couple of other, some githery, fanged behemoth, gibbering nightmares, and fanged behemoths. Okay. Let's see. Bolstering Quan Ya. Bolstering Quan Ya. They're all bolstering her. So in another case, we have to defeat her minions before anything else. So, all right, let's move. Let's see, Rector. Just trying to find a good spot for you. Yeah, we'll move you over here. Now we go ahead and activate Crochet. Don't want to do overclock yet. But I do want to start blasting if I can, so I want to take out the Gibbering Nightmare first because it's got the lowest HP. Oh, okay. I didn't realize I would take it out that fast. And the only problem with this fight is you can't, as you can see, you can't, you have to ranged attack it. So, one thing we can do though is we have a Spit, which we could try to use. Oh, nice. All right, took that guy out. All right, let's have you attack once, and then we'll have you run off because you are actually. Let's have you regenerate. You still took damage from the previous fight, so let's have you run out of combat. Now, I think this is actually we're all supposed to go into the thing. I think we got glitched out. Let me see if it'll take me there or not. Okay. We're all supposed to be summoned to fight her, but for whatever reason, it didn't summon all of us here, so I don't know why, so I can't really do much ourselves. We have to just kind of wait and see what happens. So. Ow. Ow. I kind of hope this gets fixed or something like that, because yeah, we're supposed to have all of us fight this guy, but maybe because I moved too far ahead or something like that. Wow. All right. I that's just gonna be how it is, I guess. I guess we're gonna fight the final boss of the game with only 2 party members. All right, overclock, and then yeah, I better go and repair. I would use the aim ability, but might just straight up attack him. Let's see, what's my... That's not too bad. Okay, that'll work. Well, that wasn't good. It missed. Alright. Got you. Yeah, we kind of want to have everyone attack one person, so... Yeah, I was gonna use that, but never mind. Trying to think if I want to. Yeah, let's do metal stance. So. Cool. Yeah, I can't do anything. It won't. It won't send me to the place, so I don't know what to do on that. I guess I could reset, just do it off screen. We'll see what happens. Like I said, this is kind of a, I didn't expect this glitch to happen. I think I remember hearing about it a long time ago, but we were all supposed to be teleported to this place, but I don't know how to fix it, so. Let me try running back in. Let's see if that does anything. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. There's an item here you could pick up for the fight, but usually you're too busy with whatever to actually fight it. All right. Wow, that kind of stinks actually. All right, let's raise your accuracy. All right, let's change you to Heaven Stand so you can actually do some damage to this guy. Raptor, I guess try to blast this thing. Yeah. There we go, now it's gone. Nuts. Man. Oh, you're missing, nice. Yeah, this really annoys me actually. The fact that the game glitched like that. Why did it like kick Duncan and me out though? That's the weird thing. All right, let's see. Yeah, might as well beef you up again with something. Yeah, not gonna hit with that. So. Nice. Alright, I'll give you a Heaven Stance. Isn't it kind of funny? I'm basically finishing the game with like two of the optional characters than anyone else. Oh, Raptor got screwed. All right. And unfortunately, with him knocked out, Crochet can't be used. So. Alright, and we'll just have our party members just kind of hang around. Just hopefully it lets us do something. I think Raptor might die. Yeah. There was nothing I could do. Like there's not, like, he got knocked out and she's chasing after him. So it's like, well, alright. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Alright, Raptor, I need you to back off somewhere. Me have to be Crochet again. You're pretty much my heaviest hitter for this Quan, so. Oops. Oh, I misclicked. Dang it. Ow! Yeah, I didn't want to stand out in the open. So, I have to have Raptor go heal you with a drone kit. No. Okay, back up with that. Move you closer so I can actually heal you. should try to move you closer to hit you with the laser if I can. Awesome. So, yeah, because I don't have any of my abilities. At least I'm doing some damage. Ow. Yeah, mostly she'll do like attacking and stuff like that, so I have to use a heal kit on Gaichu maybe, depending. I still find this pretty funny that this is what the final battle has led to. It's just these two fighting. It's like, where does everyone else go? And they're like, we don't know. I'll hit him with a cool spit, I guess. Alright, Crochet, go for it. Let's see, 63. Ugh, come on, man. You can't do that to me. You can't keep missing all the time. That's not fair. Oh my god. Are you serious? Every single hit? Wow, that's insane. Ow. Ow. Oh, God. Raptor, there's not much you can do. You are a sitting duck against this guy, this gal by yourself. I mean, I do have heal. I guess I could do that. Well, we're hurting her. She's got, I think, like 150 HP. At least you stopped going after Raptor. Man, I can't believe none of Crochet's attacks hit, or one of them did. It's so stupid. Alright, let's activate Crochet again, since there we go, we got something. Oh, and it caught her on fire too. Fantastic. Lovely. Well, we've almost got her with the help of 3 people. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, I might have to. Luckily, I have a. Yeah, we'll use the gold. This is why I kept all those trauma kits. Although she's bad, but she's not that bad. Like what I mean comparatively. Let's hit you with that. Actually, I'll go and heal you too. Why not? All right, let's get you closer. Oops. I misclicked again. Oh, I hate this. I hate misclicking because you can't go back and do it again if you mess up that badly. You know what I mean? She's almost done. Oh, now the game's working. So there was something I wanted to do specifically against her, but the game glitched out, so I couldn't do it. So there's an achievement you can get for punching Quan before you kill her. And you just have to do it the main character, and I think you have to make sure you don't have like the shot glove or anything like that on. You just have to physically punch her in the face, and you get the achievement called God Puncher, I believe. So unfortunately, because the game bugged, I couldn't do that. So, but not to worry, I've already gotten the achievement, or I could get it if I want to because I saved it before this. But oh well, whatever. So you guys get to witness me beating the game with 3 characters instead of 5 like I was supposed to. Or technically 2 with because Raptor's kind of considered. But anyway. As the Yama King's body crumbles, a cackling sound fills the air. Once again, her broken body begins to knit itself back together. The flow of black ichor from her wounds slows to a stop and reverses, the viscous fluid snaking away back up into the holes and ruptures that it poured from. Projections on top of projections. All aspects of our divine being shed as easily as a lizard sheds its tail. Her voice is wrought with mockery. You cannot harm us, meat, but you have amused us. Quan halts, her crowned head cocking to one side. Perhaps you are worthy of an audience after all. Perhaps. Her voice trails off and her head tilts upward. From behind you can hear the pounding sound of approaching footsteps. Oh, hey, it's everyone else. The team is back together, finally. As she falls into position behind you, Gobbet's jaw drops open. Raymond Black steps forward, a look of grim determination on his face. Has he been playing that game as well? No. Oh, that isn't good. She shrinks back as Quan turns to face her. Her voice is full of awe and terror. That isn't good at all. I did this. I brought this creature here. He speaks in the grim tone of a man on his way to the gallows. His complexion has gone gray as ash. My fault. My responsibility. The Queen with 1,000 teeth cackles with glee. It has returned to us, the tunnel builder, the architect of my ascendancy. Ascendancy. The creature leans in towards Raymond, its spidery fingers weaving hypnotically. The thing's robes billow like the bell of a jellyfish, pulsing organically with the rhythm of a heartbeat. You will have a special place in our court, builder. You will stand by our side, exalted for all times, a living token of our unending rule and an undying symbol of the folly of man. I have been a fool, yes. His hands clench into fists so tight that his knuckles go white. The skin on his face is flushed with the effort of fighting through the stammer, jumbling his words. A great fool, but I will not be your slave. I will stop you. The Queen with 1,000 teeth leans forward, her movements full of alien grace. The gaping crescent of her mouth parts into a ghastly smile, and you can see row upon row of fangs. They run down her throat in overlapping layers, a bristling forest of glistening, sharpened enamel. Alright, so if you want to just get the normal ending of the game, which is the making amends ending, you need to just straight up attack her and don't do anything specific. So third time's a charm, try to stay dead, and that'll get you that ending, which that's considered the normal ending, which you would get anyway because you can only get 2 endings if you didn't do. I guess technically you could get 3, but there's only 2 endings you can do. So this would probably be one of the options possibly if you didn't do what I did throughout the whole campaign. But if you want to unlock, the good ending or the alternate good ending, you need to say, I earned an audience with you, Queen. This man did not. She steeples her fingers. Their hardened tips click against one another with a sound like grinding teeth. You are bold meat, but you are also correct. We did not break our promises, and you have earned some modicum of respect. Quan turns her full attention back to you, and the smile widens. You can feel it deep in your gut. It tunnels into you like a lamprey, leaves you feeling empty and cold. In truth, you amuse us. Your persistence in the face of inevitable is a pleasure to behold, and so we have decided to grant you a rare honor. We offer you a deal. Yeah, so if you want to just back out on this, you could say, you just want to destroy her. But either way, the top or middle option are good. But if you want to get the best ending, it's better just to listen for now. Go on, then I'm listening. Our terms are simple. We want you to leave the chattel here to their fates. Forget about them. Acknowledge that they are ours, and then think on them no more. She gestures towards the door that you came in from. Leave the walled city now, and do not return, except that it is our domain, now and forevermore. In exchange, we will grant you 14 years of good fortune, your every wish fulfilled, your every desire granted, a charmed life from the moment you leave to the day that our deal elapses. You can do this? The Yamaking cackles. With a wave of our hand. Why didn't you use that luck to beat us? I'm just saying. We have swum the waters of fortune since the beginning of time. It is a trivial matter for us to divert them. So we accept our offer. Will you take the deal? So you can ask her all the questions you want, but if you want to go with the best ending of the game or the variation on it, you have to say, I have a counter proposal for you, which will unlock the good fortune ending or possibly the Pyrrhic victory ending, depending on how you go. If you do yes in exchange for 14 years of good luck, I'll lead the walled city to you. You unlock the it's just one city ending, which is considered the bad ending of the game. I will show up all the endings because it's easier to do this than it is. The only problem is that with the way the extended edition works in terms of the end, and what I mean is there's just a lot of content even after the game's over. So doing the endings is just not showing the ending, but all the extra stuff that happens afterwards. But I will show at least the endings and the variations of dialogue. We'll see how it all goes. But for now, I'm gonna choose the one I work towards the whole game. So to get the counter proposal offer and to do everything you need to do, you need to select 5 times throughout the whole game and get the dream. You need to have done Isabel's side quest and got her to tell you about the Yama Kings. And then you need to have convince Crafty to continue looking up the Yama King stuff and she telling you what she needed to do. And obviously you also need to tell Raymond and Duncan about the line that they always told each other, which in this which the one I showed you, which is the about fear. So I don't know if that's the one you have to choose. I think it's just one of the dialogue choices. You have to stick with that as a commonality. So, but anyway, no. But I have a counter proposal for you. Duncan's brow furrows. He looks surprised and uneasy. His grip tightens on his rifle. Quan leans in towards you, her face folding open into a hideous smile. A counter proposal, you say? How amusing. Out with it then, meat. Tell us what you would have of us. So, yeah, you can always attack her at any moment if you don't care about doing this, so you still have an option to back out. But you're going to return to the place you came from, and you're going to close the door behind you. She cackles, a long, malicious laugh. You tell us, slave thing, why would we do such a thing? Oh, and always choose the top option as long as you've done all the options for every single question that she gives you. Your life. I know how to tear open the tunnel that connects our 2 worlds. There is a long pause. A low growl emanates from the Yama King's throat. You would destroy yourself, meat. Condemn every living soul in this city to torment unending. The queen with 1,000 teeth tilts her eyeless head, glowering at you. Her voice goes low and dangerous. Your ultimatum is meaningless, meat. Opening the tunnel would not destroy us. It wouldn't even hurt us. You will take our offer or you will die. There is no other choice. And the game always gives you a back out if you want to change your mind. I know that opening the tunnel wouldn't hurt you, Queen, but I also know that it would let the other Yama Kings through. The Yama King doesn't respond, not audibly, but the miasma that fills the air seems to thicken. It grabs you by the guts and twists. Duncan winces. It's got him too. His eyes flash daggers at you. Why the hell would we want to do that? Because she's been keeping them out. She wants the walled city for herself. We will have it. Quan Ya's voice raises to a shivering roar. This place is ours. Leave now or be destroyed. If it were that easy, you'd have done it already. Quan Ya stands statue still, looming over you like a colossus. Saliva drools down from the ridges and folds of her body. The waves of hate rolling off of her are almost palpable. I've heard what you and Yama Kings do to one another when you're angry. The story of the Nameless King, I'm betting that there's some truth through it. A low rumbling sound emanates from Quan Ya's chest. Her melodious voice goes sour. You would be condemning yourself to an eternity of torment. My brethren would not permit you to leave this place alive. You're going to destroy me anyway, right? So what do I have to lose? He's right. From our perspective, there isn't much difference between one demigod ruling the walled city and 100. The place is doomed either way. So I've made a decision. If he doesn't go through with this, I will. You need to go back where you came from, or I'll open the choke on the machine, and you can die with us. There's a long pause. Quan Ya cocks her head, coldly evaluating you. A low rumble escapes from her throat. And what of our court? The slave things that have already been taken into our service. We must be allowed to keep them. If we are to retreat into the tunnel, they must come as well. So, if you want to have Pyrrhic victory, you want to say the crazies that we fought getting here, deal, take them and go. And then there's another option you can choose as well. But no, we're going to go with the good ending. So, you are entitled to nothing. By asking, you've already conceded defeat. I know your laws, Queen, and I will hold you to them. A low rumbling fills the chamber. Quan Ya's hideous face contorts into a mask of rage, but she seems incapable of moving to harm you. The servitor creatures that surround her kneel in acquiescence. They look confused and frightened. How do you know? The music in her voice has gone flat. You watch the muscles of her throat bulge, but the sound barely escapes her. The journals of a woman who studied your kind. You drove her mad in the end. Slowly, gratingly, the queen with 1,000 teeth bows her head. Her jaw is clenched and her breath comes in ragged grasps. We shall go back into the tunnel, as agreed. We will leave the slave things behind. We are bound to obey. Holy shit, Pykel, it worked! Moving against her will, Quan traces an ornate sigil into the air. It hangs there for a moment, shimmering. Then the sky tears open.
Remember the day I took you and Duncan off the streets? I told you that the past is just a story. That if you can just accept that, your past loses all power over you. But we do what we need to do, to live with it, to live with ourselves. Either way, it's over now. I have you to thank for that.
You lead Raymond out of the Prosperity Chamber and are instantly caught up in a wave of refugees fleeing for their lives. Struggling through the panicked wave of humanity, you are able to retrace your steps and eventually reach Hawaii. Although the typhoon has passed, the scene is wet and chaotic. The newly homeless crowd the streets, dazedly wandering, searching for missing loved ones and nursing injuries. Relief workers are already on the scene, providing blankets and medical aid. Rescue personnel carry the stunned and wounded to safety. The entire area has been cordoned off by the HKPF, while knight-errant officers and military peacekeepers attempt to maintain order. And yeah, if you do the good ending, you get that unique cutscene for it because of the decisions. And of course, obviously, Ractor and Gaichu are optional, so that's why they're not in the cutscene at the ending. As you can see, it was Duncan, Gobbet, and Isabel, but you don't see anything for them. So it's because they didn't want to make multiple graphics for them. So you emerge from Kowloon walled city to bustling clusters of activity. Refugees huddling together, staring back at their lost homes. Government troops deployed from armored personnel carriers. News vans setting up remote camera feeds while reporters scrambling to find the right angle for their broadcasts. The air is electric with the threat of potential violence as panicked peacekeepers eye the growing crowd of evacuated poor. Gobbet's eyes dart furtively as she turtles her head between her shoulders. This place is hot. The cops are swarming the place, and that APB is still out on us. Yeah, it's quite a party. Looks like the press joined the party. Isabel lifts her nose towards a reporter interviewing someone from inside the walled city. Already have the hooks in someone, hoping for a soundbite. The reporter wears a look of earnest concern like a coat of cheap deodorant. And is that when you started running? Yeah, it was bad in there. Shooting, screaming. I was terrified. And what caused this, sir? Why are people flooding out of the walled city injured and disoriented? The man stares at the scene around him, bewildered. It's like everyone is saying some sort of chemical leak, a drug lab exploded or something, caused mass hallucinations. The reporter turns to the camera and pretends to check his notes. And there you have it, Sonny. A third report of mass hallucinations and violence caused by an explosion in an illegal drug lab. And while reports remain sketchy, it appears that street crime is again on the rise. He half turns and sweeps his arm over the scene. As you can see, it's still turmoil and confusion here as police and executive council peacekeepers respond to the emergency situation, attempting to maintain order. But in all this chaos, in the maze of poverty that is Kowloon Walled City, we may never know what really happened in there. Back to you in the studio, Sonny. The light on the news camera goes off and the reporter drops his facade. He ignores the bedraggled man beside him and begins packing up his equipment. After a moment, he sees you look at him and turns to you with a scowl. What are you looking at? You know that guy was regurgitating a line of corporate bullshit, don't you? He laughs sardonically and continues packing. Everyone regurgitates a line of corp crap, pal. They may not know it, but they are. Everything you see, everything you've been taught, every official you elect, all bought and paid for by the people pulling the strings. Well, yeah, no one's telling me what to think. And for some reason, Duncan has his goggles off. Well, he's not in combat, so. No eye contact. He remains bent over his equipment case. Of course not, pal. You're different. The reporter finishes packing and stands up straight, brushing the wet grid of the street off of his hands as he does, his eyes narrow. His gaze move over your crew, flicking from face to face before eventually landing on you. Looks like you just came from inside, so tell me, what'd you really see in there? A demon goddess named Quan. She says hi, by the way. Tell her hi back for me, he smirks. What, are you surprised I believe you? We live in the future. Flying cars, dragons. Why not a demon goddess? Hell, a court probably summoned her from some kind of fear experiment or something. That kind of shit happens all the time. The walled city, like their little petri dish, they love using them like lab rats. They test food additives, body modifications, pharmaceuticals, whatever some junior executive can dream up. Nothing surprises me anymore. We can change that. He looks at you like you're from Mars. Good luck. You look like you're just the guy to do it. Maybe I could make it worth your while to help. He winks at you. I think it's more worth my while to keep my job. I start babbling about government or corporate cover-ups on camera and I'm finished here. And I know plenty of guys who got the strength of the righteous and then mysteriously disappear. He picks up his gear and turns to go. Everyone on this island knows that my news service is just a mouthpiece for the Executive Council. Hell, if you look close enough, you probably find that it's owned by a member of the Executive Council. People buy what we feed them because the world is changing and it's scary. They feel small. They need scapegoats to blame and authority figures to tell them what to think. My news network gives them that. He points at the TRID screen mounted on the side of his news van. And there's a prime example of authority figure. Joe Sang, rising star of the Executive Council. Joe's look at her spinning this to her own ends, talking about the humanitarian relief effort she's mounting. You know, your comm chirps. It's Conway Chang. Go ahead and take your comm. I'm going to go before the scene turns into some kind of riot. Usually does. You're not going to believe what I just went through. Tell me in person, Wiggles. I lost contact with the soldiers I sent into the wild city with you, and now these Sang assholes and government troops are all over the place. Get over here and tell me what happened. What about the cops? They're still an APB out on us. Some mysterious benefactor lifted the APB on you. You can hear her suck on a little black cigar. We'll talk more when you get here. The comm clicks off. Isabel tugs on your arm. Her eyelids are half-mast. I went to sleep for about a year. Yeah, we did fight a god. Although technically Ractor and Gaichu get the credit. They're the ones who did it. Because the game glitch happened. Actually, I think the first time I played the game, I think I had the exact same glitch happen. But I don't think it was Ractor. I think it was like Gobbet and Duncan or something like that ended up fighting Quan by themselves. Luckily I was playing normal mode. If I was playing like hard mode or whatever, I would have been screwed. Well, I could have just redone the battle, but you know what I mean. I'm taking Raymond to the big Texas, Pikel. I think he could use some sack too. We'll see you there. You better go talk to Annie Killer. Alright. And so now we got, let's see what our current objective is. Aftermath. You lead Raymond out of the, oh yeah, just repeats it. Right. Oh yeah, I forgot to use my points. It doesn't matter now. But, okay, let's check everything out. Basic emergency response supplies, low in variety, used in impoverished areas. Watch Tridio. A Tridio monitor displays a live feed from the network newsroom. By the way, what we're doing is basically the in-game stuff, like cleaning up kind of like a Dragon's Quest ending where we talk to everyone and kind of get some wrap-up before the credits. A Tridio monitor displays a live feed from the network newsroom. It's a standard split-screen talking heads, back and forth between a perky newscaster and a stately woman of indeterminate age. The animated label under the old woman reads, Executive Council Member Josephine Sang. And if you're just joining us, we are talking live with Councilwoman Sang from our office in Prosperity Tower. Councilwoman, again, thank you for being here to help us make sense of the conflicted reports that we're getting out of Kowloon Walled City. The elder woman nods with a queenly composure. Thank you, son. Thank you, Sonny. I only wish that we were speaking in happier times. Of course, madam. This is indeed a stressful day for the citizens of the Walled City, but who knows? The newscaster brightens, flashing the best smile money can buy. For one of them, it might be their lucky day. Stay tuned because we're going to cut away shortly to this week's Gigaball drawing, where some lucky winner could walk away with almost 1 trillion nuyen. And they get charged and lose almost all of it to taxes and whatnot. Or they spend it improperly like most lottery winners do. The newscaster returns her focus to her guest, a look of practical concern back on her face. Now, madam, you're saying that this sort of situation is inevitable, and when masses of underprivileged children are raised in a world without hope. Exactly, Sonny. Josephine Sang leans forward towards the camera. Without hope, these children are left to create their own opportunities, the only way that they know how, by turning to crime. They often brought up in single-parent households without strong guidance to put them on the right path. They are surrounded by thugs and criminals, eager to put them into work in all manners of unsavory activities. it's events such as this one that call our attention to the plight of these poor, poor children. They are why, today, I call on my Executive Council colleagues to join with me in supporting a new project, Operation Hope. Under the auspices of this program, we will pull these children out of poverty and place them in loving, stable homes while their parents are rehabilitated, re-educated, and reinvigorated with a new sense of purpose. That sounds like a tremendous... It is, Sonny, and it will cost billions of new yen to support such a mammoth effort, but Sang Mechanical Services is ready to lead the way to our new charitable foundation, Sang for Hope. It's time for us to give back to the community, and... The newscaster puts her finger to her ear. Madam Councilwoman, I'm afraid I need to cut you off there. As always, you are doing amazing work for the people of Hong Kong, but... Her dazzling smile returns. It's time for Gigaball. The older woman smiles contentedly. Of course. Again, thank you so much for joining us and offering your perspective. The newscaster checks the notes in front of her. We have been speaking with Josephine Sang, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and frontrunner to be the next chair of the Executive Council. Well, looks like Josephine Sang's not going to get her comeuppance, is it? Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I mean, okay, something does happen, but it's not in the same method. It's almost like a, well, Pyrrhic victory when you think about it. Like, we won, but, like, you know. But anyway, let's talk to everyone and see how everyone's doing. Freddy Kai-Fi greets you all the corners of the front entrance of Club 88. He performs his duty with new vigor, much to the dismay of anyone who could enter with their dental feelings attacked. Well, back again. Good to see you too. I'll call to thank you for what you said before. I think you saved me from a big mistake. A huge mistake. I've talked things through with my ball. He leveled me about his past. Yeah, he had his secrets, but they weren't the kind of secrets I thought they were. No glorious pirate career. In fact, he told me some things about that crew I was looking to. Shit, that would make you turn what? Doesn't matter now. My ball and me are good. We've come to understand each other. And get this, we're gonna build a boat together. He's gonna teach me everything he knows, and then when we're done, we're gonna take the boat out together. Just two sailors, out on the water. If I still want to go to sea, he's gonna help me study for an able-bodied seaman certificate. If I get it, he's gonna reach out to some of his old mates who are still on boats. I'd start as a deckhand, but the more I think about it, I'd rather earn my way up by pulling a hawser than pull a trigger that's just handed to me. And hell, those tugs are on for a reason. Maybe one day I'll even make the Hell Thunder crew wish I was on the deck. It's gonna be good, and it's because I listened to you. So this isn't major, but yeah, this ending can be different depending on if you push him towards going there or not. Overall, it's a happier ending if you choose not to, but if you're curious, choose to have a Kai-Fi or Frederick go to the boat, and it's a bit more depressing when it comes to that. But hey, yeah, more people should listen to me. But anyway, yeah, for overall, it's pretty much a happy ending. Callum remains in his usual spot, but it's not the usual Callum. His eyes are clear, and there isn't a whiff of alcohol in his breath. The only spirits apparently raised are his own. Your love, some was saying you weren't coming back. Came close. Look, I need to apologize. You're right. I'm not sure what had come over me. Over all of us, I wasn't thinking straight. I had a long talk with my mom. She told me the truth about what happened at Bahu. It's horrifying. Can't even believe it's possible. Callum nods gravely to himself. My mom isn't perfect, but I guess she's really willing to live by her own principles. I can respect that. I've cut all ties with Mr. Tai. I don't know what he had planned for me. Whether he was going to kill me or make me his heir, doesn't matter. You got to stand for what's right in this world, or you got nothing. That's what Kai-Fis do. I think Ma and I understand one another better now. Makes us stronger, and I owe that to you. If we hadn't talked things out through, I would have run off violently to join that man. And no matter the outcome for me, it would have killed my mom. But she also knows I've got the same ambition she had. I've got the same fire. Can't spend my life in a bar. Got to do something. So thank you for that, and everything else you've done for Hawaii. Yeah, it's assumed that basically because of the Yama King's influence that people weren't thinking straight with everything goes around. Time to turn this goodwill into good swill. Callum laughs. Let's just say I owe you a favor. All right, let's see how the father's doing. So did you get back together with your wife, or did you go on a dalliance? I mean, she went on dalliance, so you have the right to go on one just because she did it once. Henry appears relaxed in his usual spot, set back from the action of the club. The dark cloud hanging over him and all Hawaii is dissipated, and he looks like a different man entirely. He even smiles. It's good to see you, friend. It's good to see you too, Henry. Glad you're still here. I'm glad we all are. It seems for a time that something was working to pull us apart, my family included. I hardly realized it was happening, but I wasn't the only one tempted to chase some foolish notion. Both of my boys were also struggling. When I think about how close we came to leaving Ermine here alone, it breaks my heart, but we have you to thank for keeping us together. I thank you enough. You've done my family a great service. I'm willing to let you try. I know you travel difficult roads in your line of work, but wherever those roads lead you back here, I hope we can call on us. Will do. Alright, let's see how Ermine's doing. I almost thought about doing the most depressing version of this story for the playthrough, but everyone likes a good ending, or happy ending. The darkness inflicting the people of Hawaii is finally cleared, and spirits are again bright. Nowhere is that more evident than with Ermine Kai-Fi. It's good to see you, and you alive and well, Wiggles. We have you to thank for a good fortune. I would certainly think so, given what I just went through. I'm sure we'll never know what you did inside the walled city, but I do know what you did for this family. When the world was trying to tear this family apart, you helped us hold strong. I have my Henry, happier than I've seen him in years, and I have my sweet boys. How's Henry? Henry and I have always had our rough patches. His heart will always belong to the sea, and I think it was slowly breaking every year I kept him on land. But now we found a way for him to follow their passion without leaving us all behind. He's going to build a boat with Freddy and teach him everything he knows. But I made him promise to also take Callum and me out with him once they're ready. So I think he's going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay. How's Callum? We had a very difficult talk. Callum and I, difficult for both of us, but I owed him the truth. He's promised to keep it our secret. He doesn't want to see me hurt any more than I've already been. And now that I'm no longer hiding anything from him, I think we can be close again, like he was when he was younger. I still think she should tell him that he cheated on Henry at one point. That's one of those lies where you're like, I don't think that's healthy. Yeah, they're in a healthy place now, but that's one of those things I don't believe you should hold in. Like, because I mean, she, cheated on him, and yet, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just, I think that should be something that they be aware of, but what do I know, right? How's Freddy? Freddy is and will always be my special little man. He was struggling with issues of his own, but he seems better now, thanks to you. He and Henry have talked more in the past few days than I've seen him talk in the past few years. It's been good for Freddy. He's no longer holding on to the fantasies that have been driving him. He's even taking his job here at the club more seriously. I can't think of any other way to say it. A little boy is finally grown up, all 8 feet of him. How are you? I couldn't be better with everyone safe and sound here with me. You have my undying gratitude. Thank you, Wiggles. Take care of yourself, Ermine. So yeah, happy ending. No achievements based off that. So if you wanted to skip him and ignore him, that's perfectly reasonable. So, but I'd rather kind of get that all squared away. So, all right, let's see how Ambrose is doing. Everything's calmed down. Alright, how you doing, man? Ambrose looks exhausted. He slouches like a sack of rice in his chair, gray bags under his eyes. Despite his bedraggled appearance, robot arms whiz around the clinic, reassembling it from its stint as a refuge bunker. Wiggles, boy, it's good to see you. That was nuts. You see the news report? Meth factory cyanide gas spill in the walled city, causing hysteria? What a crock! I don't know what that was, but it was not that. I tell you what it was. A mechanical arm swings over and points its gripper claws severely at you. It was some dodgy, crazy-ass shit. You really want to know? He looks you up and down. You know what it was, don't you? Yes, I do. He purses his lips and stares at you penitently. Tell me about it later. I've got to take care of the neighborhood right now. It's a mess around here. But once things are back and settled, come around again. Drinks are on me. Storytelling's on you. His habitual grin creeps back across his face. I make a habit of knowing nothing about the drifter runners who move through, but in this case, I bet you got one hell of a tale to tell. The mechanical arms that pointed at you earlier pat you on the shoulder, affably, almost tentatively. Word is you worked off your favors to Guiley. Nice job. That's gotta be an all-time speed record. So, you gonna stick around? Don't know yet. Yeah, fair enough. You got your own history, that I know. And well, while you're figuring it out, Ambrose grins widely at you. His living eye twinkles. Sahara Combat League races every Tuesday night. Desert Wars preseason starts next week on Thursday, potluck style. I provide some wicked home brew that's almost good for cleaning engine parts, but otherwise it brings you your own beer. A bunch of the smuggler boys come over, and Deshi, Jocks, and Fang, lots of good folks. You know Skippy, the bonesaw in One Poa Garden? He comes over too. Crafty Ilsa sometimes. Believe it or not, she's a sweetie. Don't be late. The signature grin grows even wider. Laughing at the pre-show corporate newsfeed is the best part. See you then, B.O.B. Got it. See you then. His grin collapses in a winsome smile. Shoot straight, watch your back, always keep a trauma patch and a few spare mags. He winks. If you can avoid it, don't deal with triads, but never ever on your mother soul cut a deal with a dragon. Yeah, that's actually a saying in Shadowrun in general. Because, of course, you could have technically done that in Dragonfall if you wanted to. That's one of the endings. So, alright, let's see how everyone else is doing. So.